Hello there, Internet. Welcome back to Geeky. And on this episode, we are going to be opening up some Hearthstone packs. Today, the new expansion for Forged in the Barrens, set in, Orgrimmar. It's themed around that for the Horde. I opened up about 50 or so packs. Only 2 legendaries, but I did get 2 golden legendaries. Not some, just 2. But let's go ahead and check out what we have here. So for those that don't know, this is like your main screen for Hearthstone, and they went ahead and revamped everything. So if you want to go ahead and play Hearthstone now is the time to jump in, because everything pretty much got a refresh. There are different modes now to where you can play just the classic mode, where it's basically how Hearthstone originated all the way back in 2014, I believe it was. So I've been playing since Goblins vs. Gnomes, which was the first major expansion that they released for this game. As you can see here, this is the shop. Let's just browse around. So right now, I already own Sylvanas because she's my girl. But here's the new Forged in the Barrens expansion. Dark Moon Fair was the last set that came out. And then you can go ahead and purchase all the old classic wild sets is what they do. So every so often, every year or every 2 years mainly, or I'm sorry, every year, expansions get rotated into what's called wild. So when you play standard ranked, you only play what's currently in the meta, which is typically the last 3 expansion sets. Each expansion has about 135 cards, so there's a lot. But for this one, we're going to just do pack openings, because these are pretty fun and people do enjoy them. Like I said, I've received 2 legendaries from about 50 so packs. I went ahead and had about 5,000 gold saved up, but you can see down here I have 30 left. You can buy 1 pack for every 100 coins, or you can buy packs for real money. But let's go ahead and start getting some packs opened up and see what we get here. So you'll notice too that each card either will glow a certain color. So we can see here are just different cards of different rarities. Now, you can hit spacebar too to do a quick pack opening. But what you're looking for when you open up these card packs are either a purple hue or preferably a orange hue. So you have common cards, or basically your regular uncommon rarity. Then you have rare, which is the blue little gem in the middle, and then the uncommon has the silver. Epic is the next rarity. Hopefully we'll get one here. So as we go on, we'll just go ahead and breeze right through them. So every card here too has got different stuff, different classes. I'm not going to go into each card. There are a ton of videos on YouTube that have ranked the new set from their own opinion. But typically when you see 5 cards and you want to get 1 blue, it's a shitty pack. So let's go ahead and just go right through here, and you'll notice that I do have some achievements here that pop up. So we'll just continue on here and see what we get. Because like I said, there are a lot of cards. So we'll just go through this as fast as we can until we find a good card. So you'll notice here, and then when you click on a purple hue, they are better cards to have. So in this case, this is a Warlock specific card. Hearthstone went ahead and changed up all the spells now, so they're all classified into their own. They're either like a nature spell, a freeze spell, a fire spell, you name it. So every card is different, and each card could belong to a specific class. There are currently 10 classes, with the Demon Hunter was the last added one. But here we can see we can alter a fire, destroy the top 3 cards of each deck. Warlock pretty much likes to handle their life as a way of using their life to damage their opponents. And at the end of the video, I'll go ahead and show what my ranking is, what golden heroes I have, and go from there. So we'll just continue opening up these packs. And I have the worst luck by getting legendaries, but when you do finally get one, it's pretty nice. It's also like the anticipation of getting these cards, essentially. Legendary ones.
Golden Rare!
And there are also golden versions of the card. They're not any different than the regular one, but in this case, luckily we got two of them, so we can see the difference of just the animation styles. So you can see here, as I just shrink myself down a little bit for you guys, the each one here is different. So if you do have golden ones, typically what I like to do, if I get a golden spell that only does damage, I'll go ahead and dust it. So basically what dusting means is that you can get a currency built up to start crafting your own cards. So cards that you have excess of, you'll go ahead and get another set of currency to craft the cards you want. Typically what I look for are the purple hue cards, the epics, because you are allowed 2 of those in each deck. Each deck is only allowed 30 cards in standard range. But unfortunately, the main ladder system, the ranked play, has kind of been stale in the past meta or so. So I've been sticking more to Hearthstone Battlegrounds, which I played the debut of it at BlizzCon 2019, back when there was a real-life BlizzCon. And I'll drop a link down below for that video so you can check it out and see how what in Hearthstone Battlegrounds is. I also have another video on the channel where there's some Hearthstone Battlegrounds gameplay. So you can see here, this one has, it's a rare, it's a rare, whatchamacallit, I don't know. It's a rare value, so this card can't attack, however, but when your opponent casts a spell, you're going to give your minions on your board +1/+1, which means +1 attack, +1 health. So that's a pretty good deal. Basically prevent your opponent from casting any spells unless they can handle the buffing of your board. So go ahead and see here. So you can see packs do take a long time to open up. We've gone through almost 25 packs here, and we have not received one legendary. So far this has been the stingiest expansion release of actually obtaining legendary cards. So hopefully we've got a couple here in the last few packs. Let's see what we got going on here. You can see each card, it's got their own little thing now. What's good about having multiple pack openings is that you are only allowed 2 of each card. So you can see throughout this video that I've received quite a few extra cards. You're only allowed 2 copies of golden and 2 copies of the regular version. So here's a golden rare. Deal 5 damage to all minions. Destroy a card in your deck for each one killed. And it's a shadow spell, which is mainly more towards the warlock and priest class. So in this case, I'll probably dust it because it only does damage and it doesn't bring up a minion, or doesn't, give me a discover card, so I can go ahead and pick a new card. So here's an epic. So here's an Elemental Battle Cry. Draw your highest cost spell. Summon a random minion with the same cost. Now I've seen some streamers use this card, and it's going to be really good for druid classes. Druids like to build up their mana to get big minions on board, and if they do rank up their mana, it's pretty tough to beat them. So we'll just continue on here because that's the stuff. Now this expansion too is typically I like to look at the cards beforehand. There are a few websites that show the cards before they're released or as they're announced. And this set, I didn't really look into it too much because I wanted to see what the meta is, and hopefully it changes after 2 weeks. So here's a golden common, and it's deal 1 damage, summon a 1/1 hyena with rush. So in this case, I'm getting a golden hyena either on the board, so I'll end up keeping that card. So let's see here, we are due for a legendary card here already. Getting a little irritated because sometimes you need that legendary to swing your game in this game, pretty much. Finally, okay, so here's a legendary. Wow, so when you talk about it, and this is a good pack, so you can see here we got 2 commons. We'll go ahead and open up the rare. And as it gets better and better, Outcast, draw 2 Death Rattle minions. So Outcast means that this card has to be on the left or the right hand side of your hand to get the effect of drawing 2 Death Rattle minions. But here's finally we get a legendary. So you can see it's got some nice animation. It's got the different legendary border. But here we got Brukan, and his buff is your nature spells do +3 damage. He costs 4 mana. He has 5 attack and 4 health, so it's pretty decent stats. I just like to collect the legendaries so I don't have to use my dust, because those legendaries cost 1600 dust, and each card has a different value of dusting. Of course, gold being more dust value. So here we have a golden rare, Battlecry, fire your hero power at all minions. So for mage, their hero power costs 2 and it deals 1 damage to anybody you want. So in this case, a Battlecry is when this person drops the card on their board. The hero power affects everybody. Now there are decks out there that can increase the mage's buff or hero power from this expansion. So in this case here, I will go ahead and keep this golden because it's give a random taunt minion in your hand +1/+1 and copy it. So you'll be getting a golden minion. Yes, right. They just look cooler. They approve of the golden ones too. So let's go ahead and just continue on here. One thing Hearthstone does specialize in is like the card backs. You'll notice that every time I open up a new pack, it's a different card back because I set it up to a random card back, so I see a different one every time because I have a crap ton of them. So in this case here is a golden common, summon a 3/2 imp. I'll be going ahead and keeping that. And in that case, in the case of that card, the card does upgrade. So here we got a legendary. So what I mean by upgrading is that and you get distracted when you get a golden card. So discover a card in your opponent's deck. So discover means it'll show you 3 cards. You'll pick one, you'll draw it, and then they'll apparently draw it as well. That's what this pirate minion will do. But let's open this up. So here is one of my favorite Warcraft characters, Overlord Sourfang, Varrock Sourfang. His battlecry is resurrect 2 friendly frenzy minions, deal 1 damage to all other minions. So frenzy is the new keyword for this set, where basically it has an effect once your minion gets damaged. So in this case, Varrock Sourfang is going to go ahead and resurrect it. So that's a good one to have. So I'm going to jump back into what I was talking about earlier. Hopefully we get another card here. The ones that have the rank up, you have to be at a certain set of mana to go ahead and get the better effects. So essentially, the longer you hold what I was saying is, so essentially, the longer you hold the card, the better effect you're going to get from it. Let's go ahead and continue on here. So we have the last 30 cards and or 150 cards actually. But hopefully we'll get a few more epics. Hopefully 1 or 2 legendaries. Because those suckers cost 1,600 to craft. If you want a golden legendary, that's 3,200. So here's a nice strong paladin card. A little bit weaker stats, but after you cast a holy spell, you'll get a 2/2 medic with lifesteal, which basically means that minion will attack and you'll gain life. So here's that card that was earlier. Summon a 3/2 imp, upgrade when you have 5 mana. And then the next upgrade is going to be when you're at 10 mana. It just gets you another imp on the board, essentially, from what I remember. Let's go ahead and bust through these packs here real quick. When I was opening up the packs earlier, it's easier to do it on the phone because all you gotta do is swipe left to reveal the cards. In the case of any other platform, you'll have to do it this way. Just like a little mini game, essentially. So down to the last few packs. You'll see a lot of these are the same repetition, that's why I use the space bar. Let's go ahead and just get through these and see what we get here. Okay, so we got some stuff here. So we got 2 rares, 2 purples, which are good. So here we got, at the start of your next turn, deal 3 damage to all minions, which helps the frenzy aspect. We got another golden. This one's a taunt, so I'll probably keep that one. Then we got the Paladin Rare. Give a random friendly minion +3 attack, and this card upgrades when you have 5 and 10 mana, so that's the Paladin version. So, let's see what we got going on here. I do like this card back, by the way. Let's check it out more and see what we got. Let's continue on. So this is Blizzard's latest card back, celebrating 30 years of Blizzard Entertainment. So that was a Zoldazar card back. So this is a pretty decent warrior card, so hopefully if you have a weapon or an attack already in hand, so you can trigger that. So Rancoret's a pretty decent card too. There was a minion back in Kobolds and Catacombs that had that same exact effect. So it's good that Warrior got that card back just in a spell, unfortunately. I'll see if I have another golden one of that. I'll probably end up keeping it. I do prefer the goldens, just because they're prettier. Final 6. We have not received legendaries. So here now we got 2 Vengeful Spirits. That's good. So now we got a legendary there, so that's good. So let's see what we got. So now we have both warrior legendaries. We had Sourfang before, now we got Rakara. She's a 3 mana, 2/3 rush. After a friendly minion attacks and survives, give it +1/+1. So essentially she can rush and buff herself. So that's why the legendaries always have better effects, essentially. There's another rank up cards. Alright, the final 2 packs. Ray sits in the background there. I don't think she's too happy that we only received 2 legendaries out of 75 packs. Which is typical. You're supposed to see 1 every 30 packs, every 30 to 40, I'd say. Let's see here. So now we got some achievements because they added some of this features like Warcraft does. So here you can see my rank of what I have from all the different achievement steps I guess we have to get. So let's see. So you can see here there are 135 Baron cards. I've only collected 113 out of 35, and that's due because these next 22 cards are typically going to be either the epics that I'm missing or the legendaries. But here it does give you a sense of what you're missing. So each class gets 2 legendary cards, and sometimes there's 2 epics. So you can see here I'm missing 1 priest, missing 1 rogue, missing 1 paladin. Sorry, I'm missing 4 rogue cards, 4 priest cards. Mage cards, I'm only missing 1, which is typically the legendary. Same thing for the pally. Warlock, I am missing 3, which is probably the 2 legendaries. But what's great about this is, let's go ahead and check out the dust here. So right here the currency pops up. Let me go ahead and so you can see here the currency. Let me go ahead and move. So you can see here the currency. Let me go ahead and move myself over. So that's how much dust I have. When you click on this crafting button, from all those duplicates cards that I received, I'm getting 4,100 dust to use to whatever I want to disenchant, and that's only the extra one. So I'll probably get another 800 to 1,000 just by going through each of these classes and seeing what I have that's new. But what we can do is check and see what I'm missing, and that's we're gonna go ahead and filter down here. We're gonna select the Barrens, and then we're gonna see what we're missing. So here we are missing the 2 legendary Demon Hunter cards. So here you can see the Death Speaker Blackhorn. Summon 3 death rattle minions that cost 5 or less from your deck. Pretty decent effect, I suppose. So here are the 2 Hunter legendaries with the whatchamacallit, the epics. Here's one. I'm sorry, that was Druid. These are Druid legendaries, and then here are here's the Hunter legendary with the other legendary Hunter that I received. So you can see that it's just basically the more you play, the more gold you'll get, the more dust you'll be able to hold to create these. Now, do you need to collect every single one? No, you basically want to go ahead and pick 3 to 4 classes. In the beginning, it was recommended that you pick one, but the game has evolved so much to where I recommend learning 3 classes to your best knowledge. Basically, if you played Warcraft, you know these classes. Pretty much the monk is missing, but you'll go ahead and pick them and then just craft cards for that class until you build up enough of a library to pretty much play the game. So that's pretty much the Hearthstone Forge in the Barrens card pack opening. I'll probably end up getting more packs just because I don't want to burn all that dust on certain legendaries. But yeah, figured I'd give you this one here because the expansion did release this Tuesday, which the date is March 30th, so 2021. So until then, my friends, don't forget to geek out, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you liked the video. Go ahead and drop a like on it. Go ahead and comment on the video to see if you have any questions about Hearthstone or what it's about. But until then, stay safe and don't forget to geek out. See you soon. Ray says bye too.